We wanted to see if the world's cheapest car could do 100 miles off-road, but it didn't go so well. Oh! It is just shredded. So today, we're gonna be putting in suspension that's worth more than the car, building out some awesome fenders, and just going the whole 9 yards. All right, let's get to welding, man. Sure.
I will.
Oh, what are these, banana shocks in a Fox box?
No.
Actual Fox shocks, nice.
Air shocks. You don't have to worry about spring rate being perfect.
Yeah.
Because you can just put whatever you
That
want
would
in
be
there.
nice.
Yeah. I can't guarantee they'll work. We'll have to figure it out. And I did check that wouldn't work because we need a Heim in both ends.
Yeah.
But I have the one, I'll show you, it's actually pretty cool. I have this individual one that came off my snow bike that I'm never gonna put back on. Yeah. And the ends are just circlipped in there. And these are pivoting Heim joint ends. And this has 2 of those.
Yeah.
So we can just take those Heim ends out of here and put them into that, and we'll have 1 for each end. Because those have old stock that Timbersled had from prototyping or something.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is so much better than I was imagining. I thought I was gonna have some Doodle Boy springs in here or something.
It had really terrible suspension. You put, like, as you would say, Doodle Boy shocks in it.
These are not Doodle Boy shocks.
No.
No.
These are very nice shocks. For one, I'm thinking we should mount them upside down like this to protect them, because that way this part is less likely to get hit by rocks. They'll probably just mount something like this. That looks good.
Yeah, that's gonna be really nice.
Yep.
So I'm doing the suspension mounts right now. I've got that mount welded up there and it's all ready to go. And then I'm just gonna take this mount, weld it right here. I've already taken measurements, made sure that's the same. Then we can get some suspension in this thing, which is gonna be very nice. We'll have air shocks, we'll have 4-link, and it will be back on its 4 wheels again, because it's been on jack stands for about a week. It'll be nice. So I'm taking these little swivelly bearings out of this shock, this giant shock, and putting it in the shocks I'm going to be using in this car, because I need it to pivot a little bit and move a little bit when the suspension is articulating, but they're press fit in there, so I'm just getting them out. I don't get to use this thing very often, but it's a very handy tool.
You qualified to use this tool?
I put this tool together, my boy.
Will's about to get a lesson in using the lathe. He's going to become machinist Willie.
Oh.
It's going to be a difficult Will. You're not good at patience.
Yeah, I really
This
suck at patience.
It's not something you can rush.
Oh, I know. You were showing me how to just make this like true, and I was like, oh no.
It took too long.
That took so long.
Your brain just tuned out and started thinking about squirrels or something.
No, I listened to it.
Uh-huh.
It's a long process.
So what we're doing is making these spacers. Will already swapped over the Heim joint end into this shock, which is important because with 4-link, the shock needs to flex on both ends. But as you can see, the Heim joint is skinnier than the shock body, so we need the spacers to get that out farther. And the only really way to do that is also to decrease the bolt size. We're gonna use a 10mm bolt, which is basically the same. It's just a few thousandths bigger. There's a couple ways we can do this. We can either just do it full manually, and we can just crank in just like a... So I believe these marks on here represent thousandths of an inch. We can start with like 5 thousandths, so halfway between 10 and 20 there, and just, you know, make sure that we're cutting well.
And you don't want to cut too deep. That's
Especially not on hardened, because you'll break the tip. And then you just go another 10 thousandths and go back for another pass and wear your safety glasses
close to...
like I'm not. Will.
What? Hey.
What's this?
Hey, hold on.
Oh no, this is how your phone breaks.
It helps me concentrate while I'm lathing, man.
Is that so?
Yeah.
The verb of lathe is not lathing, it's turning.
I'm slowly evolving into the wish.com Ethan. My transformation is slowly gathering speed.
Is that why you're trying to grow a beard too?
Yep. Or soon we're gonna look kind of similar.
Are you gonna speak proper English like Ethan though?
No. That's
Also
the
probably
difference.
not gonna do math.
Yeah, no, I still won't do math.
You'll always be a wish.com Ethan.
Yeah. So this is the one.
Yeah, okay.
This is the one I made, and this is the one Ethan made. Mine worked out pretty well. I learned a lot of lessons, and when I go to make my next one, it will be a slightly tighter fit. This one's not as tight as that one. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my welds have been getting a lot better thanks to a lot of practice and this new Everlast welder. If you're just starting out welding or you've been fabricating for years, these are great machines. You gotta admit, guys, it's pretty premium. Nice. We're installing the next air shock. This is very nice because once I get this welded, we can actually test the suspension, which I'm really stoked about. Because right now it just looks like a whole bunch of tubes. I have Ethan's Grind Hard hoodie here protecting my shock from getting welder berries on it. Don't tell him.
That is really nice, and it's so funny that the most amount of attention and detail Will has put into something is in the actual world's cheapest car.
That has also been severely abused.
And damaged.
Well, in my mind, that makes it perfect because that way Will can learn all of this suspension stuff on something that, like,
We don't care about that.
yeah,
much.
like
Edwin and I really
if he sets
care
it on
about
fire while he's welding it up, like it's already been on fire.
Yes.
If there's like too much wheel travel and the tires come up and eat the fenders have already been yeeted.
Yeah. I got the leverage. Look at the Chang-Li flexing, man!
Oh,
That is so premium!
Here. Yeah, it flexes good too. Oh yeah.
oh.
And that's a little too rhythmic, Edwin. It's a little suggestive. Yeah, there you go. Just like some. Nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, dude, it looks like it's gonna be cushy.
Yeah? Dude,
Yeah.
nice work,
Nice.
man! The next 100-mile challenge is gonna be so much more pleasant.
Dude, you have like actual trophy truck style suspension in
Nice.
there now.
As close as it's ever been in a Chang-Li.
Well, that's definitely a certainty. No one has ever put this much work into one of these cars.
We're breaking records. Whoa, that's right.
We're recycling some tires from the Colonel and putting them on this because we're going to be adapting from 4x115 to 4x4.
To be clear, we're recycling tires that are no longer used on the
Yeah,
car.
we're not using the
We're
Colonel's
not
current setup.
abusing,
Yeah.
neglecting.
Nope.
That bolt pattern's not that common. So if we want like cool looking wheels,
Yeah.
might as well just go golf cart because we have a bunch of them. There are a million designs available, and plus it'll make it super wide. It's gonna be a lot taller, so you wouldn't want to
Yeah, look
tumble
at
down
it's
a hill.
almost real truck size. I'm so pumped.
Wow!
Wow, very nice. going to harvest some wheels off Sendy. These are the ones that I strapped on there when I took her premium wheels for the 100-mile challenge. Now we're putting the 100-mile challenge wheels back on this, taking these wheels, putting these wheels on the sprint car, taking the sprint car's wheels, and putting them on the red car. These rims are gonna be very nice on the Changli. They're like real truck tires. I like it. Big wide body kit, lifted Changli. What more could you want? Oh yeah, brother. That is nice. So as you guys can see, that tire is not gonna fit with this. I mean, obviously we're gonna be putting more suspension in the front, but we still wanna clear this because it's super sharp. It'll cut the tire and it will just get mangled. Once you hit a bump,
It'll get mangled. Look at it.
we don't wanna mess up this supreme, nice body. Yeah, and on the 100-mile challenge, every time we hit this, it like crunched the body a little bit more.
Here, also let me do some body work for you here real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ethan just did a little PDR on my
Jackie Changli there.
There's a giant hole behind this, and this wasn't even installed by Changli. If we're gonna be going into, like, say the Arctic or something like that, where we need more warmth, we are gonna need this tacked on. This is nice. We're getting a lot more area for activity. Look at this. This is all Bondo. This whole car has like a smearing of Bondo on it, so it just covers you in this like very thick, nasty paint that smells horrible.
Will, what if this car isn't actually brand new?
Huh? I used Changli.
What if they just like reconditioned it? You know,
They like smeared Bondo all
already
over
did 100 miles and then
It looks like it did when I sanded it away. There's all these little dents and stuff in it.
No, it's just a
It's damaged.
A cheap, imprecise manufacturing process.
Right now I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this janky piece off because it's all bent and it will help our, what'd you call this? Departure? It's departure angle, right? Not approach angle.
It's approach angle if you're going backward.
I guess, yeah. So
Departure angle though, yes.
yeah, our departure angle will be greatly increased if I just cut this janky piece off because on the 100-mile challenge, we hit everything with it, as you can see. So yeah, I'm just gonna lop that off and we'll go from there.
Look at that.
Oh, it looks like a meme.
We got these spacers for the rear, so this will be the first time seeing the Changli in her new fitment.
which is gonna be extreme. These tires, I bet, aren't even gonna be under the fender at all.
And if you listen to the Sent and Bent podcast, you already know that Will and I are thinking the next 100-mile challenge. You want to tell them?
The next 100-mile challenge, we're hoping to hit the Rubicon, so these are going to be very nice for traction.
If you want to hear the fleshed out version, go listen to the
our
Sent and Bent
podcast. Dude, adapting from Arctic Cat to anything else is expensive.
much
These
were
little
those?
things were like $200.
Oh, that's almost as much as the car.
Everything on this is more than the car.
The moment of truth.
Yeah.
Gotta see how far this is gonna stick out.
Here she goes.
Oh my!
I don't know if that really worked.
Oi! What is going on here?
It looks like a clown car now. It used to look so cool.
Remember that we're putting the other end on the front, so I'll have us like it will be that way in the front too, eventually.
Oh yeah, and then it'll
So
just have fenders.
It will just be wide. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So before I move on to making the fenders for this thing, I've got a clearance here a little bit because when you turn the front tires, it locks up right around here. So I'm just gonna cut that back and then weld in a plate. It doesn't hook up a lot, but with this tread, when it goes into that groove right there, it will just stop you dead in your tracks and probably rip the whole front of this thing off. So a little modification is needed, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay, so I'm getting the Tangley ready for some fenders, and we're sanded through multiple Bondo patches. There's Bondo all over the place now. It's crazy the amount of filler that they used on a brand new car.
Gotta cut these guys down.
Yeah, cut them down so that they don't have this curb on the side, and then I'll just weld them to the Tangley. Right?
Yeah, that's gonna look awesome.
That is gonna look awesome. That's gonna be ultra premium.
It looks like you still have your mustache of responsibility.
I do. It's still on here. I'm hoping it grows down to like at least, I want a handlebar mustache. That would be like a premium responsible mustache if it came down and was like, I just have to get around this weird body line. Because this would be super easy just to weld to, and then it comes over here and it's like, boink, just sticks out like a little mountain. So I'm gonna have to get this here, take some measurements, make a little cut. Okay, yeah.
See that?
So it follows that line. and then
Yeah,
just cut
I mean
that
that's
line
kind of
out.
rough, but
I'll
if you
cut a
start
little
with
way
that,
away. Nice. Like that. That fits much better. I like that trick Ethan used with the marker. It's pretty
finger
nice.
trace thing?
Yeah, the finger trace thing is pretty nice.
I think you're up to 20 in the bank, Will.
Oh, dang. You're right. I have 20 push-ups in the bank. Does that have interest on it, or is it just like an interest-free loan?
10% a day.
10% a day. Oh no. I'm in trouble.
So that's 11 from yesterday and 10 from today so far. 21 push-ups.
Alright. I'll pay him off soon. I promise.
It's just a little bit
It's a little bit
off on the
out,
angle.
yeah.
The back is a little wider than the front relative to the tire, so.
Yeah, so it looks weird when you're looking at the tire because it looks like the whole thing's like. I just did 3 tacks on the back side, so I'll hold it, and then I'm gonna take this and just.
Oh, you're just gonna trace it to the other side?
Yeah.
Nice. Careful, you might fall over and break your phone.
I don't have my phone on me, man.
Well, how did this happen? That's new.
We had the Tesla roll cage in the back, and I was pushing things around. It was really cold, and I just tapped it and went, bro.
You just ran into it.
I wasn't even.
It's
pushing.
cheap Chinese plastic is
It
why
just
it
went,
broke.
"Choo!"
And you ran it into the pointy end of that roll cage over there. Well, roll cage. I think we're getting a 3D scanner soon.
Oh,
So we could 3D scan that,
then print
and then
it.
we can. I mean, we could get a 3D
Yeah.
printer anytime. We just never really need one.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3D print a new taillight lens.
Kind of cool.
This is gonna go places you can't even walk, man.
Yeah, this actually is going to go places
It looks
now.
so premium.
I mean, it definitely looks flexed out now. That's awesome. Sure. Imagine when this thing's got a motor in it.
Look at that,
That's
dude.
gonna be so sick. We got these awesome fenders installed. We got Fox air shocks now. Look at this flex. I'm not pretty sure. I'm definitely sure this is gonna make it 100 miles. That is gonna be awesome. 100 miles. This thing's definitely gonna be able to go 100 miles now. We just gotta get the front end in. $10,000 worth of parts. Let's go. In the next episode, we're gonna be putting $10,000 worth of high performance parts into the world's cheapest car. It's definitely an episode you're not gonna wanna miss.